Hello, I'm Bryony and I'm with
Alex.
we are from Great Britain and we're here at the World Archery Youth Championships 2017. We're here for the Recurve Cadet Finals this morning. First up, we have the Recurve Cadet Women's Team Gold Final. We've got Japan against Russia. Japan came into this final ranked number 5 and Russia were ranked 6th.
You've done well then.
Señoras y señores, por favor, den la bienvenida a los atletas al campo de juego para la competencia de equipo Cadet Recurve femenino con la disputa de la medalla de oro. Individuo número 1, representando a Japón.
Okay, we've just got the team from Japan entering the venue, just being introduced.
Try and say these names.
We have Suki Kane, Taramoto Yuri, and Yuhara Ruka.
Good job.
Apologies if I've got those wrong. And we now have the team from Russia coming onto the stage. We have Ekaterina Burakova, Juliana Budazapova, and Victoria Karitonova. We got their match wins 69%. I didn't see what Japan's was, so I'm not sure how that compares, but they're both closely ranked after qualification, so it could be quite a tight match. Would you like to explain the set system for teams?
Yeah, so it's similar to the individuals. They'll do up to 5 sets? Or 4 sets? No, 4 sets. So basically it's just the first to 5 points, which is different to the individuals, which is the first to 6. If the teams get to 4 all, that's when we will go to a 1 hour shoot-off, or in this case a 3 hour shoot-off, which will be done on points, and then if that's tied, closest to the middle.
Yeah, so each team will shoot 6 arrows at a time. Each archer will shoot 2 arrows, and whichever team scores the highest out of those 6 arrows will get 2 points. If it's a tie, they'll get 1 point each. And the match has started. Japan are up first.
Started a bit high. That's 7.
I think the time is probably one of the toughest elements of the team round. You have 2 minutes for all the arrows to be shot.
It's especially tough in the winds we've had this week.
Yeah, it's not been easy when you have to take a bit more time with aiming off or waiting for the gust to stop. Not the strongest of starts for Japan, but let's see what Russia can do.
I guess Russia are a bit more prepared for this one.
As these are cadets, they're shooting at 60 meters. All of them are 17 or younger. Breeze is picking up a bit there.
Yeah, it's a much stronger start from Russia there. Surprisingly quick.
Yeah, we got a lot of time there. Both teams have. a much better arrow from Japan. I think that's one of the good things about the set system is although Japan haven't had the best of starts, I know Russia still have 3 arrows to shoot, but once they get centered, they've only lost the first set and they can easily make up those points in the following sets.
So not the strongest start from Japan there.
No, maybe just a bit of nerves or getting caught out by the wind on the stage. As I said before, these are all quite young archers, so they might not have much experience of this kind of finals format, or like certainly at events this big.
Yep, this is a really, really strong start by Russia here.
If they carry on shooting like this, it could be a fairly short match. So yeah, as we see, Russia only dropped 3 points in that end, 57 to 49, which gives Russia a 2-point lead over Japan.
So these two teams came in ranked 5 and 6. That's quite impressive.
Yeah, it would have been.
You'd normally expect teams like Korea to be here, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it is quite a surprise to not see the Korean cadet team.
I think it was it ranked 8th or 16th, knocked out the Koreans 6-0. Philippines.
Yeah, went out first round.
First or second round, yeah. Which is a big shock because one of the Koreans this week broke the world record and the team broke the world record as well.
Yeah, they did send a very strong cadet team. So what do you think about the weather this week?
It's been very, very windy. Yeah, it's been very, very easy to get caught out this week. Timing's had to be perfect to get yourself through matches.
Right, they're just about to start the second set. Japan will be shooting first, as they are currently behind in the match.
Looks like they did take an end to get centered.
Yeah.
I expect it to be quite a close match now.
I think this is one of the almost problems with the team is that you don't really have time if you've got a slow team to make mistakes or come down.
Especially if you've got a slow shooting team.
Yeah.
Which is, yeah, that's probably caused a lot of problems this week.
I think these girls shoot fairly quickly though, so yeah, still got 66.
As of the last end, they both had 70 seconds.
Yeah.
One of the girls came down there, still got over half the time left.
Yeah. So it's a much better start this end for Japan. They'll probably be much happier with that. They're all a bit left at the start of this end. Both Japan and Russia. Don't know if that's maybe the wind a little bit. Maybe they're aiming off.
Oh, she anticipated that one.
So after 3 arrows, Russia have a 1-point lead.
We could have a
in this
tie.
set.
Got a 9 start for Japan there.
Yep.
Yeah, Japan showing really what they can do now.
Looked very happy with that.
Still a bit left.
Yeah, it's a very good group, just not quite centered.
Last arrow of the set for Japan here. Oh, 7. Left.
So that is a 26 required from Russia to take this second set.
Yeah, just to be safe, because Japan still have that nice start, don't they?
Yeah, it's a 10. Start.
They'd do well to move their sights, wouldn't they, Bryony?
Yes, they would.
Left. Again.
Yeah, both teams seem to be going a bit to the left. The windsocks and the flags are blowing a little bit.
Again. Maybe they should move their sights. See that? Left.
Okay, so I think we've got a potential tie this set depending on Japan's first arrow. If that gets upgraded to a 10, I believe the score will be 2 set points each.
Yeah.
It was a much better set
Surprising.
for Japan.
Russia came out the door really hot, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, just those last couple of arrows dropped off a bit, but they don't look too worried about it. Both teams look fairly calm and like they're enjoying being out there.
It's often the case in teams, isn't it? You get a bit less nervous.
Yeah, definitely is. Everybody's there to support each other, and
There's always somebody else who can pick up a bad arrow if you make a mistake.
You do whatever you can to get the best out of your teammates, and one of you makes a mistake and the others tries to make up for it. Or you just all shoot well.
Russia are very loud.
Yes, they are. Yeah, you can hear the Russian team cheering for their cadet girls. I don't hear anybody from Japan. Oh, I can see them
That's
standing
because
up
they're right
there.
next to each other and they're a bit quiet.
Japan has started again for the 6th.
Might have moved the side a bit too much. Well, at least they did it.
10. So this is what we were talking about just now, with one person could have a bad shot or maybe get blown by the wind,
Yeah,
but
perfect example of it.
the others can quite easily make up for that in this event. Yeah, so 2 better arrows there for Japan.
The teammates did well to make that one up there.
Yeah.
Looked like it's probably a 9.
Yeah. Oh, I've just seen that the first arrow of Japan's last set was upgraded to a 10, so that it is 2 set points each for the teams. So Russia would probably quite like a 10 on this arrow to
Yeah, just stay ahead.
in this set.
9 will probably do it. So Japan 6 wasn't really that bad after all.
No? It's going to be a very close set, I think.
It's also a good thing about having 6 arrows in an end. The way the end's going to go can change quite a few times within those 6 arrows.
Yeah. Nice 10 from Japan. another 10 here will make it fairly difficult for Russia. It will really put the pressure on for their second 3 arrows. Good end, so the 6 didn't really make much of a difference.
Yeah, they probably want to get a 29 just to make
Yeah,
sure.
a
For the set.
29 will guarantee the set for Russia. It's an 8, so the best they can do here, I think.
Well, unless the 8-star gets upgraded.
Yeah.
But they do need 2 strong arrows here. There's the first.
So a 10 here will at least tie the set for Russia. Take it to 3 set points each. Okay, so depending on that first arrow of Russia's, we could either have 4-2 to Japan, or it could be a tied set at 3-all. So we're just waiting for the judge to confirm those scores.
It's probably going to be in. From here it looks like it's on the line.
It's a much lower scoring set for these two teams. I think you'd normally expect slightly higher in a gold medal match, but
I think it's where we're at this week. The wind's been so bad.
yeah.
The scores have been really, really low.
So in this, what were you going to say?
Especially in that quarter tournament of the Youth Olympics.
Yes, that was, what day was that, Friday? So the Youth Olympic Games takes place next year. That's actually here in Argentina. I think it's in Buenos Aires, so a few hours by car.
There was 16 places up for grabs?
Yeah,
in each category this week.
There was a separate tournament for that held on Friday. So anybody, I think 16 and under, oh no, they had to be born between 2001 and 2003, were eligible to compete in that and potentially win places for their country to compete at the Youth Olympics.
So we go with the fourth set?
Yeah, okay, so Russia's arrow was upgraded and it's 3 sets.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
I apologise.
So if this set is also tied, we will have a shoot-off. It's a very strong start from Japan.
See if we can have our first 30 of the match.
Still very good start. Puts the pressure on Russia. Thank you. Okay, Russia are answering that 29.
See what they can do.
I like their matching quivers.
Yeah, very cute.
Probably not going to be too happy with that. That's not what they wanted in this last set. Really need a 10 here.
Yeah, that 6 really is really taking the pressure off Japan for these last 3 hours.
They have a 4-point lead.
They only need a 27 to guarantee them the match.
Maybe a 9. Can't quite see.
It's not as close as the last one.
Yeah. They've really pulled this match back after that first
Tough
set.
start. Well, we're going to let Russia back into it. pressure on Russia here.
So Russia need a 29,
Probably a 30.
probably a 30. And even then it could be a shoot off.
I'd say probably a 34 or a shoot off.
So 2 10s are needed by Russia to stand any chance of staying
Yeah,
in
and
the
then we
match.
wait on the judge. I think
Okay,
that's
so
handed Japan the match.
yeah. Japan cadet women are the world champions. Just have to wait for official confirmation from
Looks
the
like,
judge.
yeah, looks like Japan are our world champions then.
Yeah, you can see them celebrating. They're probably very happy with their performance, especially that last set. Congratulations to Japan and to Russia on silver.
And Great Britain on bronze, yeah.
Great Britain on bronze.
Oficial, medalla de oro, arco recurvo cadete femenino por equipos, ¡Japón! Soichi Cadet, Nurumoto Yuri, Ruka. Felicitaciones, le pone un fuerte aplauso a nuestra deportista.
Okay, so next match we have Recurve Cadet Men's Team Gold. It's between the USA and Chinese Taipei. Do you want to talk us through the brackets?
Yeah, again, first seeded Korea out in the 1/8. Another big surprise. I think they broke the world record as well for the
Yeah.
team qualification.
So USA beat India in the quarterfinals, then Italy in the semi-finals, and Chinese Taipei beat China, and then Japan. So they came into this ranked. USA were ranked 4th, Chinese Taipei ranked 3rd. So we have USA being introduced now.
So we have Adam Height, Andrew Park and Jack Williams here for the USA.
Representando a Chinese Taipei.
And for the Chinese Taipei we have Li Yan-yu, Sung Hao Kai, and Tang Ching-chun. Tang Ching-chun is also in the gold match for the individual Recurve Cadet men. Done very well there.
So probably quite a strong shooter then. So which team ranked first? Chinese Taipei ranked first, well, higher than USA, which means they get to choose whether they shoot first or second.
Looks like they're going to shoot first.
I think quite a lot of people tend to choose to shoot first.
Takes the pressure off a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, they get those, if they can put down 3 good arrows, it really puts the pressure on.
Yeah, lets you put some
The other
pressure on the
team.
other team. Yeah.
So these three, another fairly quick team, 71 seconds left for the next 3 arrows.
Again, not the best start, really, is it?
No. Bit left again on 2 of those arrows.
Oh, still left.
Yeah, I think must be a bit tricky out there with the breeze. I know the practice field for the finals is quite sheltered, so maybe it's just a difference between that and then being out here. This is very, very open. The archers are actually shooting on a stage, an elevated stage, and shooting across towards some kind of monument. I'm not entirely sure what it is.
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
Um,
I think we should probably know this.
Yeah. They're actually fairly far away from the crowd. At other events, the crowd's normally a lot closer, so
It just means
teams are really having to
yeah.
shout.
Yeah, again.
Still a bit high left.
Should probably move the sides, shouldn't they? Really?
Maybe just aim off a bit more.
Yeah, they do really well to move the sides.
Yeah, it is a very good group.
It's definitely gold sides anyway.
Yeah, that has cost them quite a few points. A 26 here for USA will take the first set. And that's a
Yeah, they'll
good start.
probably do this with a bit of ease.
It's not much pressure when you've only got a shooter. 25.
Especially at 60 meters anyway.
Yeah.
So Williams only needs just needs to keep it in the red here, and he's won the set for US.
Yeah.
Nope.
So USA take the first set and now lead.
With a lot of time left.
Yes.
That was 25 seconds they had left then.
Could shoot another arrow in that time.
Did well to make up for that first arrow as well.
Yeah.
7 really isn't the best way to start, is it?
No. But again, as long as the others can make up for that, and then
Yeah, exactly.
their first archer made up for that on his second shot. Very good shooting from the USA.
A very large contingent of them as well in the crowd.
Yeah, can hear them chanting. Okay, so Chinese Taipei are up first again in this second set. The team that's behind will always shoot second. No, first. Sorry.
See what I can do. Maybe over-adjusted.
Yeah, possibly. Still
like
on
the-
the high side. The target though. This is not what they're going to want to have put the pressure on
No.
America.
Gonna have to come up with a bit more if they want to win the match.
But then having said that, as we saw in the last match,
Yeah.
one bad set or a couple of bad sets, you can easily bring it back in
Couple
this kind
hours,
of
yeah.
system.
It's a great start to the set by US.
Yeah, they're not giving Chinese Taipei anything.
That's great shooting by the USA there.
Really put the pressure on for Taipei's next 3 arrows.
First 30 of the session, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, some very strong shooting. Looks a bit breezy down there as well. Wind, I think it's quite inconsistent in terms of direction. The windsocks are flapping around. The one on the left-hand side of the field is actually moving quite a bit, and the one on the right is dead still, so it's definitely doing different things in different parts of this.
Is that Taipei's
venue.
first 10 of the match?
I think it is.
Yeah, what's also good is that, what's also helpful is the wind isn't really too bad on the line. So it's not really affecting the arch as much. Which can be pretty confusing when your arrows get drifted off mid-range.
Yeah. Okay, so what do they need?
2 reds.
Yeah, 16 points in these next 2 arrows to take the second set.
This is great shooting by the USA.
So a 6 or better will take the second set.
Great shooting.
Yeah, that's a very
Again,
strong set.
lots of time left. It's probably a factor in why the USA are in the gold match this week. Would have quite often this week had to be quick on the shot
Yeah,
when the wind dies down.
just have to get up and get it done. And having that much time left over in these kind of conditions allows you to spend a bit more time in the wind. Okay, so it's been confirmed 59 for USA, and they,
Really strong end.
yeah, they're now leading 4-0. Chinese Taipei have to win the next 2 sets to force a shoot off. A tie will be good enough for USA to
Yeah.
take the match and
So
take
they
the title.
just have to match them.
Taipei are up first once again. They need to really put the pressure on America in these first 3 arrows. Nice 10.
Yeah, great start. That's what they needed, really.
Can they make a big comeback and force a shoot off? Good shot. It's really what they needed.
Another strong arrow here would really put the pressure on the US.
Bit of a long hold on it, but pretends.
Whatever it takes, right?
Yep. Let's see if the USA can match that. Oh, 7 start.
I'm feeling a shoot off.
I'm feeling a shoot off.
Makes it more exciting anyway.
So USA need a 10 here. Nice shooting.
Has Williams missed the 10 yet? I don't think he has.
Not sure.
It's really good shooting.
It's another X for Taipei.
It's a really strong group as well.
They need 17 points in these next 2 arrows to take the set before USA have even shot their last 3.
It shouldn't be too difficult.
Just out.
So
Good
an 8
shooting.
here would take the set for Chinese Taipei.
Yeah. Bit slower this time. Oh.
Well saved.
Yeah.
So Chinese Taipei have took the set there.
Yeah, these are just 3 practice arrows for America. So you just said that the Taipei guy saved the shot. What do you mean by that?
Just, I mean, when you're at full draw, things can happen. You can get blown by the wind, and if your sight's in a not where you want him to aim, just kind of throw your bow arm about in the right direction. Help the arrow get into the middle. Again, probably seen that a lot this week with the wind.
Yeah.
And another 10 by Williams.
Okay, so 3 better arrows for America at the end of that set, but it didn't really matter. So Taipei took that set with a 58-55, and they have kept themselves.
That's a much better set for them than the first 2.
Yeah, probably much happier with that. So there's one more set of
6 arrows.
yeah. Taipei again need to win this set to force a shoot off.
Yeah, the US don't really look too worried though.
Yeah, very chilled out.
Yeah, a decent arrow in place if that one mistake would have won them the match, so I'm sure they're pretty calm.
Taipei up first again.
See if we can start this set like they started the last one.
Maybe we'll see our first 60.
Hope so. Yeah, 60 in these conditions would be very impressive.
Didn't look too impressed with that
No,
shot. Looked a little bit weak
it did,
on
yeah.
his back when he let go. needed to put any pressure on. Wind's picked up a bit, but nice X.
For the first time in the match, I've seen the wind picking up on the line where the archers are. That'll make it a lot trickier for them.
The USA just have to match what Taipei shoot this set. Possibly a 7.
I think it's just in. Maybe not.
10 needed to put pressure on Taipei. Was that guy shooting
Yeah,
4 veins?
I think it's the Brady Allison craze, isn't it?
Yeah. So most people would only shoot 3 Fletchers. 4 must have been a bit tricky with the wind this week. Do you think it would make a difference?
Probably. He might not have shot this week though. As much as the conditions are quite tricky here, it was a lot worse on the competition field this week.
So a 10 here would take the set, I think.
Force a shoot off. Depends on the 7.
Okay, either way, pressure is on the USA now.
Yep, so they're going to need a 30 or a 29, depending on if the 7-star gets upgraded. So 2 10s needed now.
It's quite likely that we could have our first team shoot off in this gold medal match.
Hasn't beaten any team shoot-offs in the finals of this competition, has it?
No, I don't think there were any yesterday in the compounds.
So yeah, it's going to be a shoot-off.
Yeah, so regardless of what happens with USA's 7, Taipei have taken that set, and it's now 4-all. Each team will shoot 3 arrows, but they'll alternate. So Taipei will start and shoot 1, then USA will shoot 1, Taipei the next one. It will be done on score, and if the teams tie on score, it will be whoever has the closest arrow to the middle. So again, at the start of this match, it actually looked like USA would win quite easily, but
this has been a great comeback by Chinese Taipei.
Great thing about the set system.
Yeah, can come back from most scores.
So target faces are just being changed. Can hear the crowd cheering for their teams. It's a very close gold medal match for the Recurve Cadet men team. As you'd expect in a World Championship final.
Yeah.
Taipei looking chilled out and happy. They're going to be shooting first.
just puts a bit more pressure on.
Yeah. So they have 60 seconds to shoot 3 arrows.
Both teams have been pretty quick in this match, so shouldn't be a problem time-wise.
Right 9 for Taipei.
Decent start.
Both teams will probably feel like they're under quite a lot of pressure right now, so they'll probably be happy to be shooting in the gold. Another 9, so tied on score after 1 arrow.
Ten's really needed to put the pressure on in this situation.
Another 9. Can USA shoot a 10 here? A good shot.
So the US just needs to match whatever Chinese Taipei need to put in next.
Yep. 9 seconds there. 10.
Great shot. Looks like it's in the same place as the US's.
Yeah. So a 10 here for USA will take the shoot off, take the match.
And 9.
That's a 10. USA have won the match and are the world champions. Chinese Taipei will take the silver medal. That's some really good shooting from both teams in this match.
Yeah, that was a really strong match.
Felicitaciones a los ganadores de la medalla de oro, plata, Chinese Taipei. Por favor, demos la bienvenida a los entrenadores y a los jueces al campo de juego.
Okay, so we now have the Recurve Cadet Mixed Team Gold Medal match. We have number 1 ranked Korea against number 2 ranked Taipei. Korea beat Italy in the quarterfinals, Japan in the semi-finals, and Taipei beat USA in the quarterfinals, France in the semi-finals. So these teams ranked first and second, so it's who you would expect to be in the final.
Yeah, this is going to be a really high scoring match, I'm expecting.
So we have San An and Pil Jung Kim for Korea.
Sanan was the one who broke the world record this week.
So. Taipei. So we have
3 gold medal matches for Tang Jinchun.
yeah. So we have Su Ping and Tang Chi-chun from Taipei.
Tang should be sighted in for this match.
Yep, so he's just come straight out of his team match, his his men's team match into the mixed team. So I think he's got maybe a slight advantage over the others.
And especially the way the matches have been starting as well.
He could also give his teammate a bit more of an idea of
Yeah, exactly.
what's happening up there. But having said that, he could also still be feeling some nerves or excitement from the shoot-off in the last match.
Yeah, I'm sure his coaches have been trying to take his mind off the loss not 5 minutes ago.
So Korea have chosen to shoot first. It's a 10, so
Great start.
good start. So in mixed team, they only have 80 seconds. Each archer shoots 2 arrows, so that's 4 for each team. And again, it's done on set points are done on score. Whoever shoots the highest out of those 4 arrows takes a set, and will get 2 set points. And it is the first to 5.
Just like the team.
So strong start from Korea, and strong start from Taipei.
As we expected, high scoring match from the start.
I'm surprised that these are the first Koreans we've seen in these Recurve team matches.
Yeah, few upsets this week.
Yeah. I think,
Did they both get knocked? In the team, they both got knocked out in the quarters, didn't they?
yeah. I think that's partly to do with the wind. So a 10 here from Taipei will take the first set.
Oh, right on the centre.
Good shooting from both teams.
38 is an unfortunate score to lose on in a mixed team.
Yeah. So both of these teams will be under 17 years of age. They're in the cadet category, so they're shooting 60 meters. Both countries are known for having strong recurve teams, both at junior and senior level. And it's confirmed that Taipei take the first set, 39 to 38. Okay, so Korea will be shooting first again. So the 2 Korean archers, both of them actually ranked first in their individual categories. And Taipei, we have ranked second and ranked third in their individual categories. So all 4 archers are clearly very strong and must have had good ranking rounds. So an 8 and a 9 for Korea's first 2 arrows. They're probably not going to be very happy with that.
great start.
So Taipei taking advantage of
2-point lead after the first 2 hours.
wind is picking up a bit again. Bit left
Yeah, she's
on
gonna.
those two. I think the wind's doing some funny things to the arrows whilst they're in flight rather than actually affecting the archer. That's nearly on the cross.
Yeah.
Good 10.
I think he just missed the 700 barrier this week.
Another 10 for Taipei. And an 8 or better is needed to take this second set. And it's another X.
Another 39 from Chinese Taipei.
Really great shooting from these cadets. I think a strange thing about this finals venue is that the coaches aren't actually on the stage with the athletes. They're standing just off.
And below.
Yeah.
Which is a bit weird.
So it might be a bit more difficult for the athletes and the coaches to communicate whilst they're actually shooting.
So it was Piljun Kim who just missed the 700 barrier this week. I think he needed a 59 on his last end to get 700, which was really impressive.
698. Some good shooting.
So here we go with the third set.
Korea once again starting.
Yeah, they're going to have to really dig deep here.
So as we saw in the last match as well, Korea are now 4-0 down and have to win the next 2 sets to force a shoot-off and stay in the match. That's probably not what they wanted, the way Taipei are shooting.
Yeah, Sanan's still hanging a bit left. She should probably move aside.
And that's 10. So Taipei just have to match what Korea shoot in this third set.
Yeah, that's a great start for it as well.
They're really not giving Korea anything in this match.
No, that's 9 hours now and they've only dropped 2 out of the 10 ring. It's really impressive shooting. Spoke a bit too soon.
Korea need 2 good arrows here. 2 10s will guarantee them the set.
Yeah, they all want to 20.
That's 10. So that guarantees them the set. Taipei have 2 practice arrows.
Yep.
Just to get back centered.
It's a really good group there. See if she can improve upon that 8 from her last arrow.
Both pairs were a bit left. That at times as well, but still 39 to 37. That's still very high scoring. Korea take that set, so it's now 4-2 in favour of Taipei. Korea have to win this next set, this last set, to force a shoot-off.
Yeah, they're definitely capable of it. The Korean girl, Sanan, this week broke her own individual world record with 686. Yeah, which was quite a few points above the previous world record, I believe.
Yeah, like
At least 5.
five or 6.
And at such a high score, it's quite hard to be beating world records like that by more than a couple of points, so it's really impressive.
I think when you know you're on for a score like that as well, it gets hard to maintain that
Yeah.
that average. Okay, so Korea
Final set.
shooting first. Now would be a good time for a 40.
Yeah. First maximum set of the day.
That's an X. Good start. All 4 of these archers actually have very similar techniques. They make it look really easy.
Yeah, just really simple, isn't it? It's what we're all taught to do from a young age, though, isn't it?
Yeah. So what kind of poundage do you think the cadets will be pulling?
I'm guessing the men around the 40 mark. Women maybe a bit lower, high 30s. Which is still a lot for the age.
Yeah. Okay, so we tied after 2 arrows. Again, Taipei just have to match what Korea shoot in this set to take the match.
Could be pulling more, they just make it look so easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll not be happy with that.
Both
Really.
archers from Taipei look quite chilled out and relaxed. So 2 9s will take the match.
Match, yeah.
Tie the set, take the match for Taipei. That's an X.
Great, 2 hours.
An 8 or better for Taipei.
And 8 to make them world champions.
X.
Great
So
way to finish.
another 39. So Chinese Taipei take the match 6-2 and have won the Recurve Cadet mixed team gold medal match. Korea take the silver medal. And I believe Taipei only dropped 5 points.
With an 8 as well, so
Very
lots of
good
10s
shooting.
there, yeah, really impressive.
Strong shooting from both teams.
Campeones del Recurve Cadete mixto por equipos. Fuerte el aplauso para ellos.
Okay, so next up we have Recurve Cadet Women individual gold medal match. We have Park So-hui from Korea. She beat Mathilde Louis in the quarterfinals and Meng Yao Zhang in the semi-finals. We have Kyla Terrain-Helias from France. As her opponent, she came in ranked 14th.
Yeah, both archers done really well here. Park Soo-hee ranked 8th and Kyla Train by Helias ranked 14th. So done really well to climb the ranks and make it into this gold medal match. Nine average from Park there this week. That's really impressive.
So again, these are cadet archers, both 17 years old or younger. Actually, I believe these two might be 16-ish. And I think they both won Youth Olympic quota places for their country.
Both eligible next year to
Friday.
Youth Olympics.
Can hear the French cheering very loudly.
Yeah, always one of the loudest, aren't they?
Okay, so we have Park from Korea shooting first on target 1. I think sometimes in these conditions it can actually help to shoot second.
Yeah,
you can wait and see what somebody else has done.
Get a gauge for where your arrow might go.
So that's a 9 for Park. So the way individual matches work is slightly different to the team round. Each archer shoots 3 arrows, alternating 1 arrow each. The highest score takes the set, and it's the first to 6 points. So there can be up to 5 sets, and if the archers tie on 5 each, there will be a shoot-off, and it will be 1 arrow, and closest to the middle. So 10-9-9 to start for Park, takes the set. This is just a practice arrow for the archer from France.
It's a decent group, but a bit high left. Not the best stuff.
So,
Utilizará la primera serie. República de Corea 28 puntos, Francia 22 puntos. Ganando el punto de set República de Corea. 2 puntos de set.
okay, so Kyla Terrain-Helias will be shooting first.
Yep. It's confirmed that that Park has taken the first set.
Yeah, 28-22. Some good shooting from Park. She can maintain that average. She could have a fairly easy match.
So here we go. Second set.
So it's 7 out the other side. Probably won't be too happy with that. Oh, Park's just come down. So each archer has 20 seconds to shoot their arrow. It doesn't leave much time to make any mistakes. You just kind of want to get it right straight away, not have to come down.
But she'll have practiced for that. So
the wind has dropped a bit from the team rounds earlier. So both archers tied after 2 arrows.
So that's a 25 for Kyla.
A 10
10 to
will
take
take
the
the
set,
set. I think that looks like it's just in, but we'll wait for the judge to confirm.
Yeah, if
but
so,
they've maybe
she'll
split the
be
set.
4 points up, which is a great position to be, especially in the individual matches.
I think once you're 4-0 up, you tend to relax a bit.
You don't want to relax too much though, do you?
No.
It's easier to just carry on the way you're going and not make it hard for yourself.
Okay, so it has been confirmed 25 points each. So they split the set, and it's now 3-1 in favour of Park from Korea. So Kyla will be shooting first again on target 2. See if she can put the pressure on Park.
So Carla seemed like she had gotten sighted in last couple hours on the last end. So
See what she can do this
yeah,
set.
should be a really close match from now. So
10. It's a good start.
she's quite left, but the last couple hours has been left. She should move aside for him.
She looked a bit surprised at that
Yeah.
as she shot it.
Maybe
Didn't-
went a bit quick.
Yeah. You can see she looked around at her coach to maybe get
Yeah.
a
So
bit of reassurance.
Kyla's taken that set with a 28, just to practice out of a park here.
So they are now tied, 3 set points each, as we go into 4th set.
So I think that means it's about 5 sets no matter what.
Yeah. Neither of the archers can win this next set, can win the match after this next set. The best it can be is 5-3. So
Feeling another shoot off.
quite possibly, yeah. Okay, so Park is back to shooting first.
See if she can put the pressure on.
She'll be looking to make up for those arrows of the last set. Back to how she started. Neither of these archers are shooting as quite as well as you'd expect, or as consistently as you'd expect for a gold match.
championship,
Yeah,
Gold medal match, yeah.
but
There's other factors though, isn't there?
yeah, both being young could be quite
Yeah, it's
inexperienced, and
conditions.
yeah, the conditions have been really tough this week, so I think today is fairly calm in comparison to what they've almost got used to.
So
26 points.
a 9
Park.
will take the set for Kyla.
Yeah.
Got it.
So Kyla now leads the match, 5 set points to 3.
Park will need to win the next set to
force a
take it
shoot
to
off.
a shoot off. Yeah. Anything else and she will lose the match.
So Park just doing some draw ups there on the stage, maybe just to get a better feeling of the shot back.
It's probably a sign of nerves.
Yeah, she doesn't look as comfortable up there. You can
No,
see she keeps looking back at her coach, maybe for some reassurance. And
yeah. Her teammates last match looked a lot calmer than she does right now.
yeah. So Park will be shooting first again. She'll be looking to shoot some 10s and really put the pressure on Kyla.
That's what she's going to need, really, isn't it?
It's an X, so good start.
Great first hour.
Just out.
Yes, she really doesn't look too comfortable up there.
Yeah, it's not what she would have wanted. Kyla just has to match whatever Park does in this set. This is another 9, so tied score, 1 arrow to go.
Park really needs a 10 here.
That's an X.
Got it. So
10 to win the match, 9 will take it to a shoot off.
10 for world champion.
That's another 9.
We got a shoot off.
Park takes that set, it's now 5 set points each.
I think Park's last hour will give her a lot of confidence for the shoot off.
Yeah, definitely.
It was
Nearly on the cross.
Yeah. These last few sets have been more what we expect from the World Championship gold medal match. Just again, first few sets to get sighted in,
Yeah,
to be common occurrence.
maybe calm their nerves a bit as well. I think sometimes you can get nervous or excited in the first set, and that can cause
Yeah, some
problems
people
with your
just
shot.
need a couple of hours just to get settled into the match.
So as we've seen, it's been a fairly close match all the way through. This could be quite an interesting shoot-off. I believe Park will be shooting first, so we'll see if she can shoot another X and put the pressure on
Get
Kyla.
that X.
Just changing the target faces. I think it's probably quite a nervous wait for both archers. They probably both just want to get up to the line and shoot, and can hear the French cheering very loudly for their teammate.
Probably one of, if not the most nerve-wracking situation that these girls have probably been in.
Yeah, 1 arrow to decide who's going to be world champion. Okay, so both gone up to the line. Park to shoot first. That's an X. So the pressure really is on Kyla here. I think that's the benefit of shooting first, if you can get a good arrow down there.
So, Park's world champion.
Yeah. Kyla Terrain-Helias from France takes the silver medal. Both archers shot fairly well in that match.
They're really pleased with the outcome as well, considering where they ranked.
Yeah.
Medaglia de plata. Dylan Taurini de Francia.
Okay, so our next match is the Recurve Cadet Men's Gold Medal match. We have Tang Chi-chun from Chinese Taipei and Yong Hyuk Jung from Korea. So Tang came into this match, beat Adam Haidt from the USA, then Piljun Kim from Korea to make this final, and Hyuk Jung Young beat Benjamin Lee from Canada and Mingi Seo, his teammate from Korea, to make this final.
So Tang's already been out on the field twice today, so straight away he's got a little bit of an advantage.
Yeah, he's might be used to the conditions, he's maybe settled his nerves a bit.
And he's just come off of a big win as well.
Yeah.
So
So
he'll
he's
be-
already got a gold and a silver.
yeah, he'll be really up for this.
So Tang was ranked 5th coming into this, and Yong was ranked 2nd. So both archers ranked highly out of the qualification, shooting 60 meters. Tang just being introduced to the crowd now. Looks happy, looks confident. Yong coming in now. So this is his first and only medal match of today.
So both of these pretty close score-wise on qualification. Yong with a 681, ranked 2nd, and Tang with a 677, ranked 5th. Which is quite impressive. The conditions in qualification
Yeah.
were a bit similar to this, weren't they? Not,
Yeah,
as,
high
not, as,
scores.
not as bad as it was in the eliminations, but still pretty tricky.
So Yong was the higher ranked archer, and he has chosen to shoot first on target 2. This could be a very close, very high scoring match.
Starts
Just
a bit
out
light.
of the 9.
Would expect Tang to start on the 10, just outside.
I think the wind conditions have maybe changed a little bit. People started off going left this morning, the cadet women's team. Now they're going a bit right.
Yep, so we're all tied up after 2 arrows. I think the wind's changed. Now it's blowing left to right, I guess.
So 10 to tie the set for Tang.
Yep,
He gets a 10.
feel like this is going to be a very high scoring match.
Yeah, 28-28. Good shooting. So, second set, Yong will shoot first again on target 2. both archers found the 10 on their last arrows,
Yeah.
so
They both should be feeling confident for the next arrows.
¿Dónde está el público que apoya a Chinese y fe? Y el público que apoya a Corea. Este es el campeonato mundial juvenil de tiro con arco. Rosario, Argentina, 2017.
so will we have another tied set?
Long hold here.
Women, 9.
Just outside left.
Women, 9.
Tang's
Okay.
been right on one of his arrows.
Yeah.
Yeah, seen him move his sight there.
X10 from Young. Very good shooting from both of these archers. Another long hold.
Yep.
Women, 9.
With
So again,
this-
for individual, it's first to 6 set points.
Women, posible 10.
They have 20 seconds to shoot each arrow, alternating.
So Tang could have took that set, depends on the 9-star. If that gets called in, he will be up 3-1. I feel like I was wrong about the poundage earlier. The speed that Young's arrows are flying is probably definitely upwards of 40 pounds, maybe even close to 50.
That's quite a high poundage for people
Yeah,
so young.
but they do it a lot, I guess.
Yeah, I reckon these archers are probably shooting 300 arrows a day,
Yeah, definitely.
probably 5 or 6 days a week. And of course with the rages they'll be fitting this in around,
Studies, yeah.
yeah, education.
But that many hours is what it takes to get where they are
Yeah.
right now. So a bit quicker from Young there.
It's another 9 left. So
It's interesting. Young's hanging left and Tang was.
Women, 9.
I think that might be just out.
So the last set, Tang's arrow did get upgraded, and he is now leading the match 3 set points to 1. 10 from Young. Both of these archers very consistent.
Women, 9.
Two 9.9s there from Tang. We do well to move the sight.
It's another 10 from Young. So a 10 here could potentially tie the set for Tang,
Yeah.
depending on his first arrow. It's 10. So we'll just wait for judges' confirmation.
My guess is that it will be tied up at 3-all. From here it looks like it might just be out.
Por disparar la tercera serie. 29 puntos. Para República de Corea, ganando el set. 2
It's interesting that a few of the Koreans we've had today have been shooting the pivot bows.
Yeah,
It's not really much we've seen before. It's normally the quite a win-win, isn't it?
yeah. Tends to be the main,
But you never
main
know.
models
Might be
that
a
people shoot, but
new one for the future. Young definitely knows how to shoot it.
yeah, I think once any bow starts winning medals, people will take more notice. So Yong shooting first. Tang's arrow is actually called out for the
So-
last set, so they are tied on 3 set points each. 10s from both archers at the start of this set. I think they're both settled now. Both shooting very strong.
We guessed it would be a high-scoring match.
Yeah.
This one's going to be going 5 sets as well.
Yeah, neither of them are really giving the other any chance to
So
be, well,
attempt to
easily
win the set for Tang
Yeah,
and put them in a great position to win the match.
that's a 10.
Yeah.
So Tang now takes the lead, 5 set points to 3. He only has to match what Yong does
Yeah. Yong
in the next
needs
set.
to win the next set to force a shoot-off if he wants to win the match.
Would be quite cool to have another shoot off.
Yeah.
I think that's what you'd expect from such high-level gold medal matches. You want it to be close and high-scoring, and down to the last arrow, really.
Yeah, all the ends are going to be at least 20 and above at this kind of standard, so
Okay, so scores have been confirmed. Yong again will shoot first on target 2. For this set, he has to win the set to force a shoot off. Tang probably feels quite relaxed now. He's only got to match what
yeah,
Yong
that's
shoots.
exactly what I'll be thinking, just to match what Yong shoots.
It's an 8 from Yong. It's
That
not-
looked very weak on the line.
doesn't look happy with that.
No.
Can Tang take advantage?
Yep.
Yes.
Yong definitely needs 2 10s here if he wants any chance of taking this to a shoot-off.
So the door is really quite open for Tang to take the match and the title.
2 9s will do it.
Another 10.
That's another X, yeah.
So Yong has to shoot a 10 here, really.
Yeah. And then Tang would even then have to only shoot a 6.
Yeah, so a 6 to win the match for Tang.
Yeah, it should be pretty easy for Tang.
That's a 9. So Tang Chi-chun from Chinese Taipei takes the Recurve Cadet men's individual gold medal. Yong Hyuk-jung from Korea takes the silver. So that is the final match for the Recurve Cadet finals this morning. We will be back in 3 hours for the Recurve Junior finals.
Medalla de oro confirmado la medalla de oro oficialmente Chinese Taipei. Fuerte el aplauso para nuestros deportistas. Competencia. En unos minutos comenzará la entrega de premios. Quédense, muestren el apoyo a los arqueros.